If Illustrator was supposed to delete every other tool but have only one tool that can be used again and again for in different conditions, what tool do you think that could be? Hint, the answer is in the title. Well, pen tool is one of those tools which can do almost everything in Illustrator, from drawing shapes to creating structures. We don't even need the most obvious, the most easy tools which are out there, which is for a rectangle or creating a circle or stuff like that. Pen tool can do all of that very easily. Let me give you a quick demonstration of how pen tool works in Illustrator. And let me tell you that Illustrator is not the only tool with Adobe which uses the same sort of philosophy, design and standards for using a pen tool. This video which is created for pen tool is applicable not just for Illustrator but for Premiere Pro, Photoshop, After Effects and probably every other pen tool using software that you will use out there. So let's get started. To activate the pen tool, simply press the shortcut P. Using it is straightforward. Each click on the artboard places an anchor point connected to the previous one. Start by clicking once on the artboard. Notice the blue line connecting the cursor to the initial click. It previews the path when you click again. With 2 clicks, you will have 2 anchor points linked by a straight line. These straight lines are versatile as seen in creating these dialog boxes. Hovering over the initial anchor point reveals a small circle on the cursor. The circle signifies that the path's closure that will complete the shape. Alternatively, for open paths, just simply press enter or escape when you're done drawing. Well, if you think you're getting used to understanding pen tool and how it can be used in your regular situations, I will give you a small little tip. I use this website which has helped me practice my pen tool to perfection. Go ahead, try this website and then let me know what you think. An important key, Shift, is crucial in Illustrator, especially for straight lines. The Shift key serves as a modifier in Illustrator, altering how tools function. It locks or constrains movement, such as when moving an object, locking it horizontally, vertically or diagonally. Similarly, when rotating an object as well, holding Shift restricts the rotation to increments of 45 degrees. This modifier also applies to the pen tool. When drawing with a pen tool, holding Shift ensures path direction aligns with multiples of 45 degrees, facilitating the creation of precise horizontal, vertical or diagonal lines. This feature is particularly handy for tasks like folding in a paper illustration where holding Shift guides the path in the desired direction. Well, now on to curves. Creating curves with the pen tool is straightforward. Instead of a simple click, drag and add handles to anchor points. This will allow curvature control. Observe how the green line now forms a curve illustrating the path trajectory. The Shift modifier also affects handles, aligning them with multiples of 45 degrees. This alignment facilitates precise curve construction. It's common practice to place anchor points at curve peaks, ensuring handles extend outward or inward, keeping them horizontal or vertical, which will ultimately simplify your drawing. Even Illustrator's ellipse tool adheres to this principle, creating anchor points and handles accordingly. Using this technique, drawing becomes intuitive with handles aligning along perfect verticals and horizontals. The process streamlines drawing, eliminating guesswork about anchor point placement. Creating sharp corners alongside curves requires breaking the handles. This technique allows each side of the handle to move independently, which enables precise corner formation. To break a handle, use the anchor point tool. However, when working with the pen tool, you can temporarily access anchor point tool using the Alt key or the Option key on Mac. This saves you from the hassle of switching tools mid-drawing. Simply hold Alt or Option and then click and drag the handle you want to break, adjusting it so that you can match the next curve. Release Alt and seamlessly get back to the pen tool where you left off. If you're unsure about modifiers, refer to the status bar at the bottom of the Illustrator. It displays the currently selected tool, and changing it to the anchor point tool when Alt is pressed. Returning to the illustration, break handles along this cloud's path using this method. However, when we reach the curve's final end, instead of breaking the handle, just delete it. Since the next segment is a straight line, handles aren't necessary. Click again on the last anchor point to delete the handle, then complete the drawing by returning to the first anchor point. Conversely, to add handles and transform a sharp corner into a curve, click and drag over an anchor point. Remember to utilize the shift modifier to lock handles in position. Once you're done creating paths, how can you see these paths, anchor points and handles again? Well, once you're done drawing, press A to select the direct selection tool. This one right over here. Click on the anchor point you wish to edit, then drag the handles until you're satisfied with the result. Moreover, the direct selection tool isn't limited to handle adjustments. It can also move anchor points when you're using the pen tool. Yeah, and that is something that you can do with the control or command key. Now suppose you're drawing with the pen tool and need to relocate a misplaced anchor point. Simply hold Control to shift temporarily to the direct selection tool. Move the anchor point as desired and then release Control or command. Just like you do with the Alt modifier, you'll seamlessly resume drawing where you left off. Now let's quickly cover two straightforward yet essential tools. You can add an anchor point or delete an anchor point by the shortcuts plus and minus. By using the Add Anchor Point tool, click anywhere on the path to add a new anchor point. If it is a curve, Illustrator automatically adjusts handles as necessary. Conversely, to delete an anchor point, you can choose the Delete Anchor Point tool that removes an existing anchor point from the path. However, removing the anchor point would alter the path shape, but that's okay. The Anchor Point tool comes with a nifty trick. Hold Shift while removing the anchor point prompts Illustrator to adjust the neighboring handles to maintain the curve's integrity. Well, that is all that I have for the basics of Pen Tool. I will be creating more content on explaining how Pen Tool can be objectified and can be used in different scenarios. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel for more videos on that. In the meantime, make sure to hit a like and share it with somebody who you think would be benefited from this video. I will see you in another one.